just done with breakfast and I'm walking over to Italy now is what I'm doing. See Italy? Then I'll start running across Switzerland. Where is the border? Okay, so I'm gonna say that this spot is where Switzerland starts. And there's this gate that I guess they can lock. This is how you lock Switzerland. So I'm gonna go through this gate and start running across Switzerland. The time is 7:31, and here we go. You may be wondering how all of this started, so let's go back to the beginning. Hi everyone, my name is Brian Stark, also known as the States Runner. 23 years ago, I ran across the entire US on a collection of trails, and it seemed like it was time to do something like that again. This will be much shorter, but I am here in Switzerland now, where I teach at a boarding school, and tomorrow I'm going to head out and start to run the Trans-Swiss Trail, which is a national route across Switzerland. It's about 550 kilometers, or 350 miles. I'm going to run alone, self-supported, and I've got a map with my route. This map shows you all of Switzerland, and up here for reference is Zurich, where most of the flights go in and out of. There's also Geneva down here, which is on the border with France and Switzerland. I'm going to run across diagonally. So starting in the southeast, I'm going to start down at the border with Italy and Switzerland. Down here in Chiasso, the trail actually officially starts in Mendrisio. So I'm going to go a little bit further south to get to the actual border. And then I'm going to go north. There's two places where the trail crosses water. And I don't know how, but I'm hoping there's a boat. I'm going to work my way up on this trail towards what I call Lake Lucerne. It's got a local name, of course, but the town of Lucerne is more familiar to everyone. I hug the shore of that lake and then go across the middle of the country, which I'm not really sure about. It's somewhere in there. Into the town of Bern. It's going to be a big day into Bern. Most days are around 50 kilometers. That day is, I believe, 60. And then Lake Murat. I'm going to go around the shore of that. And then there's the second body of water, which is Neuchâtel. And I believe there's a ferry that will take me across that on the route. Finally, I'll end up in the north at the border here with France. Porrentruy is the destination. I'm gonna go a little further than the trail end to the actual border and finish there. My goal is that this will take me 12 days, maybe even 11, if I go about 50 kilometers a day. I'll be staying in hotels each night. I've got a pack that I'm wearing, and just to be a little more comfortable, I'm gonna actually run in a skirt. I haven't done that before, but seemed like the right thing to do. So I'll try that out too. See you out on the trail. Hello. Danke. Pre-race meal. This thing's huge. On Tuesday, first morning of the run, and I'm ready to go down to breakfast in my new outfit, and probably gonna get a lot of looks, having those second thoughts that come around at the start of these things. What if my body doesn't hold up? What if people laugh at me? What if they say something in Italian that I don't understand, which is very likely. All right, let's go run across Switzerland. Got my pack on, got my skirt on, got my gaiters on, got my sunscreen on, got my chafing body glide on, got my hat, chapstick, mustache wax. Whew, let's do it. Turn off the lights. So I was pretty nervous for my first public appearance in this outfit with my skirt. I came down the steps and around the corner to the desk, and the clerk wasn't there. I walked into the lobby, and it was empty. Okay, I just remembered the restaurant was outside and next door. There was another couple in the dining room, but neither they nor the server really paid me any attention. Hey. So I just got stopped by the immigration. He didn't like me filming the lock of Switzerland. All right, welcome to Mendrisio and the start of the Trans-Swiss Trail. I'm at the Mendrisio train station on Tuesday, July 13th, 2021. Now we're starting at 8:54 official time. Start of the Trans-Swiss Trail. Headed northwest towards Port Troy in 11 days, inshallah. This is my first section of pedestrian trail on the Trans-Swiss Trail. Just abruptly left the road, which I was fine with because you can tell Shell Silverstein I found where the sidewalk ends. Lots of traffic. But this is nice. Quiet, clean air, a little overgrown. That's okay. On the first real climb of the trip, it's about 300 meters plus up on this road. No traffic, it's nice. It's been drizzling a little, soaked through my shirt, and the felt hat is hot. But other than that, it's still cloudy, and that's a good thing. So I just translated the sign that says, "You're welcome, no goes over the fence." It's got a little fence around it. I really want to stand inside it, but I'm gonna respect this chestnut tree, who is, oh my God, how many years old do you think this thing is? Look, it's got a cable holding up this end. It's got trees growing out of it. It's still alive a little bit. Hang in there, chestnut tree. It's massive. So I made it to the lake. I'm on the pier. There's no boat. There's no ticket booth. So that's curious. And I think there's a boat at 12:44, which is in a half hour. And it's a 6-minute ride across the lake to Morcote. So hopefully that's right. And it was right because the boat came right on time. After a windy 6-minute ride, I was on the other side of the lake. Leaving Morcote, had 2 scoops of chocolate gelato, which really hit the spot. And I gotta go up 500 meters. Already kind of tired. I'm following 2 Swiss National Trail. 2. Feel the burn. Wait, not in burn. About a week away. He's still climbing? Inconceivable. Oh my God. While he's off running these stairs, let's take a look at the gear for this trip. Gear time. I've got my gear and food and water for 4 days. I have 3 more supply boxes waiting for me at hotels up the trail, including a new pair of shoes halfway up the route. The route is 560 kilometers. These shoes have about 150 kilometers on them or so. They're okay for the first 100 miles. Got my running outfit, wearing a Lululemon skirt, a traditional Swiss shirt, and a felt hat. Sunglasses, GPS watch, aftershocks, bone conduction headphones, slippers. I'm staying in hotels, and in Switzerland they don't like you walking around barefoot inside. Got a couple of masks, a headlamp by Phoenix, got a Hammer t-shirt and shorts in case I want to wear something casual in the hotel. Got some Hammer nutrition products, gel, electrolyte, Endurolites, race caps, and anti-fatigue pills. Also Perpetuum and Recoverite. I've got some thin mittens, some Patagonia sleeves, ear buffs, and a rainproof jacket. My Black Diamond trekking poles, a water bottle, sunscreen, some Body Glide, and stuffed sacks. It all fits into a Osprey Manta 28 pack with a 2-liter hydration bladder. 16 pounds with food and water. And let's talk about that skirt for a second. I'm always looking for ways to be more comfortable when running. I've always liked baggy shorts. Clothing companies that make running skirts are also starting to make men's running kilts. And guess what? They're all sold out. There's not really a difference between a kilt and a skirt, and there's no reason men can't wear skirts anyway. It's just about being comfortable. So while I was a bit self-conscious, I decided just to put on my big boy skirt and try it out. So after Gollum's wild ride on the Black Stair, finally finished that, and super happy for my efforts, because now Paradiso is only 3 hours 45 minutes. So I knocked out 2.5 hours climbing in only about, 40 minutes. Not to dally too long, but it's a nice view worth taking in. This lovely courtyard. Paradiso. After arriving in Bellinzona, I got cleaned up and decided to check out the local surroundings, including this 13th century Castle Grande, which is well preserved and has more stairs. This is a bear pit, dug to trap bears. Good morning. It's the fourth morning, about 8:05 a.m. I just left Anzonico. Stayed in a tiny little inn with good food and nice people. A little cold last night. I'm only at 1,000 meters now, 3,000 feet, and I'm headed up to Goddard Pass. It's the highest point on the Trans-Swiss Trail. It's over 2,000 meters, so I've got a good climb this morning, 1,000 meters up. Just looked at the weather forecast, and there's a storm coming to Goddard Pass this morning between 9 and 12, and the host just now told me that it was snowing there yesterday and he didn't know if the pass was open, so that's not good. So it'll take me a while to get there. I should get there after the storm blows over, as long as the forecast is right, and then hopefully it's passable. And I don't know what to do if it's not. I don't know how to get around the pass. Major public transportation detour, but I don't know how that affects the record-setting run. I guess it would disqualify me, that or wait it out and factor that in, but then I get all these reservations at hotels on the route, so that also messes things up. So I don't know, we'll see. Right now it's a nice day here. Going uphill, can't resist. Yeah. Nailed it. At the top of a hill. I mean, what kind of diabolical kid does that? This is Goddard Pass. 2,000 meters. Keep moving because I don't want to get rained on or snowed on or stuck or cold. Where we go? This is a Swiss Armed Forces training area. I think they go up the rock and do a training course on the rock, which is pretty crazy. Slot Canyon, river going through it. I'm leaving Andermatt, headed down off the Alps essentially today. I'm at 1,400 meters. It's still pretty cold. And this is the trail. It's got bars across it, which makes it look like you're not supposed to go there. But the trail sign says turn right, and when I turn right, there's this. Though it doesn't look like a trail, but you pull on it, and there's a door. This is how you get down there, I guess. Pretty posh. And the train tracks going into the tunnel. What is this place? Use my Phoenix headlamp to check out this little room. Oh, light comes on. Motion sensor. But I can still use it here. Whoa. No way. God. They're good. Alright, this is a rock slide system. Check out the torque that this thing can take to unwind when pressure goes against it on all these cables, and the extra cable that can be released when this giant Godzilla net gets pounded by some big old boulders up here. Just massive. Love it. This is the public restroom on the trail. Soap, warm water, cold water, toilet flusher, paper towel, toilet paper, urinal, baby changer, super clean. 2,700 meters. Looking back at Sarnen. On my way to Bern. I like running through cities, but I also like the dirt paths through the countryside and woods. What I especially love is the transition from one to the other. One minute I'm running past fancy shops and busy street life. And then just a few minutes later, I'm alone in a wheat field, headed into a group of trees. It feels like I'm the only one who has the key to this escape. When I enter a city on foot, I feel like a visitor coming in to see what's happening. And when I quietly leave, I feel like I'm the only one who knows how. Day 10 in Merton, heading over to Neuchâtel. Pretty little lake town. About a 40K day today, and then maybe an 80K, and wrap this thing up. Beautiful old structures. Let's take a look. What's this? Okay, that doesn't look good. She said I could go. The lady at the hotel said I could go all the way around. I just want to know where to go now, because the lake is closed. I just remember what she said. She said that there are barricades, but that you can just go around them and the trail's fine. So that's what I'm gonna do. Shh. So here's the thing. I went around the barricade and the path was lovely for 10 meters, and then it was flooded and there were 2 more barricades, and I think it's gonna be a constant jumping over fences and avoiding lots of splashing like this. So I'm on the road which parallels the lake shore. I'm just 30 meters away. Work my way around. The receptionist did not know what she's talking about. She said that she rides her bike on the path all the time and it's fine, but there are barricades, but you just go under them and there's no problem. So here's the barricade again. There's fish swimming, minnows, in the lake on the trail. Actually, before you get to the trail, a second barricade and a third barricade with the like scissor jacks that are actually chain locked to the fence so that you can't get over them. And then here's the trail with mud and water. And I'm sorry, no, she's not, that's not right. It's not fine. So yeah, I'm just running the road next to this trail right now. Oh, I hate wrong directions. It just really chaps my ass. It's just after 5 o'clock on Thursday, July 22nd, maybe the next to last day. I'm past Neuchâtel. I took a bus and a train to get around the lake instead of taking the ferry, which is the route. The ferry is closed because of the flood. And from the train station, I ran down to the pier where the ferry would have let me off to officially begin from the lake again, and proceeded to run straight up the hill, climbing from 300 meters up to now I'm at 1,000. Cloudy this afternoon, which I love, because I was in the sun after leaving Neuchâtel, crossing fields, which would have been baking hot. I'll keep this brief because I need to shower and eat. Today was 41 miles. I'm in Porrentruy on day 11. I ran here from St. Eminier this morning. I left at 6:30 a.m. and I got to town here at 8 o'clock p.m. just about. Checked into my hotel and ditched my weight from my pack and then ran to the train station, which is the end of the Trans-Swiss Trail. Got there at 7:56 p.m. Tomorrow morning I'll get up and run 10K Boncourt, which is at the border. But I'm feeling pretty good. It's quick, 11 days. Met some very nice people, saw some amazing scenery. I was really happy with how my body held up. I haven't run 30 plus days back to back without a lot of pain ever. So 49 years old and I'm really happy with that. Yeah, this was a good trip. It's 8:15 in the morning on Saturday, July 24, 2021. I'm standing at the Swiss-French border. And yeah, made it from Chiasso to here. Pretty exciting. It rained this morning. It was a 9-mile run from Porrentruy to here. Early morning rain. Felt good. First rain of the trip. And now I gotta try to catch the train to get back. So, yay! Across Switzerland! Woo!